Hello. For a natural number n, the radical of n, denoted rad n, is defined to be the largest square-free factor of n. For example, rad 8 is 2, and rad 252 is 42. Let the factoradical of n be defined recursively via the factoradical of 1 is equal to 1, and the factoradical of n is equal to the radical of n times the factoradical of n minus 1. What is the highest integer power of 2022 that divides the factoradical of 2022? Take a minute to try this problem for yourself, otherwise I'll show you how I solved it. Petting my cat for a minute here. In order to really tackle this problem, we need to really understand what this problem is saying. Now, what this radical operation really does is it takes the prime factorization of n, and it reduces all of the powers of n that are greater than 1 to 1. So let's say that n equals p1, where p1, p2, p3 are just primes, is p1 squared times p2 cubed times p3 times p4 to the fifth. What rad n does is it takes these exponents and just slashes them down to 1. So rad n is just p1 times p2 times p3 times p4. And remember, these are just any prime. And the factoradical is just rad n times rad of n minus 1, so on and so forth until you get to rad 1. Now to solve this problem, we're going to prime factorize 2022. So 2022 is equal to 2 times 3 times 337. And I will add that the radical of 2022 is 2022, since all of these terms are to the power of 1. So let's think of the problem this way. In order for a number to be divisible by 2022, or a power of 2022, it must be divisible by 2, 3, and 337. So how many numbers below 2022 have 337 as a factor? Well, 2022 is 6 times 337. So there should be 5 more lower than 2022 that also meet that criteria. And there are going to be tons of spare 2s and 3s while the factoradical process is going. So they are not as relevant to the problem. Now we have the solution to the problem. Because there are 6 numbers with 337 as a factor, all being multiplied in this factoradical process, along with more than enough 2s and 3s, the factoradical of 2022 is divisible by 2022 to the 6th power. So 6 is our answer. If you used a different method, please let me know what it was in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you very much for watching. Bye. You don't know what a video is.